Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. It's cold here now. We are now December, what day are we today, dear? December the 7th. And we've had a couple of pretty cold days in a row now. Tonight we're going down to minus 35 degrees Celsius with a wind, about minus 26 actual temperature, and then the wind chill will bring it down to well below 30. So we have a lot of our winterizing done. Our water troughs are turned on, they're working. Curtains in the barn got put up a while back, but just a few little last minute touches up we got to do. So let's get some things done. Let's get her jacket. So the purpose behind this cover is just to cover it up, keep it warm. When it runs first thing in the morning, the engine will warm up, but they get pretty still cold in the cab, so this helps keep the warmth in and help keep me warm in the cab, but also just keeps the wind off the engine because, well, it's parked outside and there's not much shelter on here, so gotta keep it warm. So what we just put up there is our freezer curtain. So this is the door where the cows walk through to come here into the holding area. And with the door open, a bit drafty, get a little bit cold in here. The thing that heats this room the best are the cows. When the cows come in, their body heat will warm it up in here. It stays around 5 degrees right now over between milkings. If I have to, I can turn on those two heaters in the corner, but they don't work the best. They're very inefficient. We should have put in-floor heat in here, but didn't, so it's what we have. But when we got a snap where it's going to be minus 30 for a week, those heaters will run, but if we don't have to, I won't run them. So during milking, we'll open the door, and yeah, it's just a plastic strip curtain. It'll straighten out as it hangs here. It's been in storage all summer, so it's all crinkled up and dirty, but it will straighten out. And yeah, door opens, cows can just walk right through it. For the first week, we'll actually just hold them back and fold them over to the side so the cows can come in, because they're a little skittish the first couple times. But after a week, they'll walk right through it like it's not even there. So that'll stay up until March or whenever we take it down. So one more job off the list. And yeah, it's a good time to put that up and do a video because it's nice and shiny clean again. We had the guys come back from C&D Mobile Wash yesterday, and they got it all spiff and span again. So I got to hop inside the parlor one day when I have time and just wash the panels by hand. But other than that, the walls, the butt pads, the gates, all the steel work, nice and shiny clean again. Just the way we like it. Okay, so we're out of the calf area, and one thing we do every winter is we fill in the north side of the shed with bales, and we make a little wing on the northwest side of the hay shed just to keep that north and northwest wind off those calves. Because yeah, we've got a little bit of shelter at the farm here to the north, but that northwest wind here is always a doozy. So just, you know, we got lots of bales kicking around, make a little wall out of bales, and that just gives these guys a nice little bit of protection for the winter. Yeah, so all the newborn calves will get a calf jacket for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending on the temperature, depending on the calf. As newborns, when they come outside, we try to make sure they are completely dried off. But we'll also put little earmuffs on them. And I don't think anybody wearing earmuffs today, but we'll get some footage of a calf wearing earmuffs because it's probably the cutest thing any of you have ever seen. Okay, one of the little DIY things I did here last winter was for these pens in the hay shed. Right, we have the water fountain here now, but we just run a garden hose to fill them up with water. Is we built these homemade troughs. The inside of the trough is just a tote, a big 1,000-liter plastic tote with the metal cage around that. So we cut them all off. I screw the plastic to the frame so it doesn't flap, and then we basically encase it in this treated plywood box, and we put 2-inch styrofoam all the way around, cover the top, insulate the bottom, and there's a heater sunk in there. Here's the cord, and yeah, that just keeps that warm. And it was just a really cheap way to build an insulated water trough almost. We used to use just the totes as they were, and the heaters dropped in there, and they would for the most part keep the water thawed out, but it just took an awful lot of energy. So this way it's a bit more energy efficient. Okay, so there's a quick little look into a few of the things that we have to do in our dairy just to winterize things. Manitoba winters can be brutally cold, but you know what? There's a lot of stuff going on right now with weather events around the world, and cold, I will take that. I've got friends out in BC that are farming through the terrible floods there, so yeah, that's unfortunate. I'll take my -40 over that. But yeah, just a few things of how we try and prevent the cold from impacting things too much. The cows themselves are just very hardy. They'll grow a nice thick winter hair coat to be able to handle those cold temps. Lots and lots of bedding, that's key when it's really cold. And keep them well fed, keep their bellies full. That rumen, as it turns, it's like a little mini stove. That thing produces heat and keeps them warm. So lots of bedding, keep them well fed. Those are the key things. But yeah, just little things to block wind, right? Like we showed in the hay shed there with the bales, keep the wind off the calves. And yeah, they do just fine in our frigid Manitoba winters. So to wrap things up here, guys, I just want to quickly talk about something new to Rich Lane Farms that came about through you guys. We were approached by Horizon Seeds Canada to become dealers for their corn seed here in Southeast Manitoba. And yeah, we've been doing this now for 2 months, and I haven't mentioned on the videos, but things are going well. We're getting out there, we're seeing guys, and that's been a real fun spin-off, is just being able to get out there and travel around and see some of the producers in our area that we haven't seen in a while because of restrictions and whatnot. And yeah, we'll go all about that, visiting farms safely. But yeah, so it's a Canadian-based company, family-owned out of Southern Ontario, and they specialize in silage corn, which is very well fitting for the dairy because we feed a lot of silage here. And take a little bit of my background being in feed sales for a couple of years, my sales background, and just some of the knowledge I have around feeding cows and growing corn, those kind of things, paired with the cameraman here, Christy Lane, with her agronomy background. It's a good fit for us. It allows us to, make a little extra income on the side for the farm, which is always nice, and still be involved in something that we love to do and with all of our fellow producers. So yeah, if you have any questions about the Horizon Seeds, drop a comment below and we can get in touch with you. Otherwise, stick around for more because you'll definitely see more of this around here. Okay, thanks for tuning in. As always, give me a thumbs up, share the video if you liked it, help me grow the channel, and we'll see you next time.